Take a minute and revel in it. I'll fight and defend. I'll see this out till the end. So follow me to the ends of the earth. Fucking love that song so much. 6 of Crystals and Judgment. 3 of Swords. I love this coming off of yesterday's message of someone being a sussy baka bitch and taking from you because they felt like they had a right to what you had worked for. 6 of Crystals and Judgment. You are being celebrated and revered. I feel like that's the second time I've used that word. Like, someone looks at you, sees you as godly, but they do not hold the respect for that. 3 of Swords, as evident. But you still, standing tall and beautiful, are working through. I absolutely love that. 4 of Crystals and 9 of Crystals. False homes that just led to hurt. One thing that, Hierophant in reverse, taking away your power. So, getting a little more personal here. There was a realization that I made about my name, Vanna. And I took away the S, the A, and the H from my name, Savannah. And it had to do a lot with the process of the S-A-ing at home. So literally all of the letters that I removed from my name could be correlated to things that had happened to me. I don't live with that person anymore, and they are not allowed in my life. But it did leave a very deep wound in me. King of Swords. It's also left a very harsh masculine wound that I'm working to heal. It is a difficult one to heal. 10 of Crystals in reverse. It felt like a lot of us take on the trauma and the things that were done to us by other people, and we think it's our fault or that it is a burden that we have to carry, but you do not need to carry that guilt or shame. For whatever reason, those people felt like they could take from you, take from your cup, take from your life, take from your beauty, and it depleted you. But we're not allowing that anymore. We're not allowing these people to continue. 3 of Swords flip back over again. We're not allowing these people to continue to take what we have worked so very hard to keep for ourselves, because you deserve that. So I was trying to keep this short so that I could make it a YouTube short and stuff, but there was something that I noticed. The song at the beginning, I didn't sing, despite having listened to that song for years, I didn't sing the chorus right. There was supposed to be a line where after, take a minute and revel in it and see how much you're worth. Flipped over King of Cups. And the Page of Diamonds. Wow. So, yeah, like, I was trying to wrap up the message to keep it short worthy, but Spirit was like, no, you didn't remember your worth. Even just now as I'm getting ready for work, I'm like, okay, can I get this done? But I was not respecting the channel that I was receiving. So thank you, Spirit, for your patience. That is probably a subconscious thing that I need to work on. But again, that mentality that we have, that we are only good to be something of use in someone else's life, makes us feel like we cannot take that time for ourselves, like I just did. I love being an open and obvious message and example like this, because it allows me to reflect on how I would teach someone to value themselves, because I know what it's like to slip up. I know what it's like to feel like you can't do that for yourself. 6 of Diamonds. There will always be someone trying to take more from you. But this queen, this energy, has to make sure that she has enough for herself. Because if not, she will spill out. And even with what remains, she will pour into it something that is more toxic. We were just discussing this, my mom and I, with about my brother. My brother's sun sign is a Virgo, and God's bless him. Um, his love language is certainly retail therapy. Uh, Normally it's gummy bears shoved under the doors or cheddar jalapeno puffs, my personal favorite. Love those. Um, but like he brought Mama an extra big hoodie and brought me a Highland Cow calendar, which if you don't know, I am obsessed with Highland cows. But he still had like the money to get groceries, which we have been asking him to do because he eats like a horse, and do something good for himself. And that was like such a beautiful example of adulting and maturity that I saw in my brother. And I love him so, so very much. And there are challenges that we will face where we feel like we're not allowed to take care of ourselves or express ourselves or do something for ourselves, even if it's just sleeping in an extra 30 minutes. There are going to be times and places where we feel like we can't do that for ourselves, where we're not allowed to because we have too much on our plate. And what I have to say about that is that there will always be something else until you make yourself more of a priority, more of a standard in the world. There will always be someone taking something else from you because they feel like they can because they have before. And I'm sorry, you're not bottomless. None of us are. We all have our ends. We all have our breaking points. We all have fractures where if enough pressure is applied, we will all snap. Take care of yourself, my loves.